Hello and welcome to the Inspiring Life School podcast. This is your host, Frances Vidakovic, and on this podcast, I'll be sharing with you the most valuable strategies to live your one wildly beautiful and most precious life. Because this is it, my friend. In case you haven't guessed, when it comes to life, there's no rewind or pause button that exists. They say that the way that you spend your days is the way that you spend your life. So my one and only goal here is to help you stop wasting your time, stop holding yourself back in life, stop experiencing non-stop negative mind chatter, stop just dreaming without doing, and start living life fearlessly instead, with more purpose, focus, and intention. I sincerely want you to live life in a way that when you come to the end of it, you know deep down in your heart that you 100% gave it your all, flaws and all. This podcast is not about doing life perfectly. Instead, it is about experiencing and living life with more clarity and courage and truly appreciating this precious adventure that we are so blessed to be on. So if you're with me here today, it's time to stop spinning in circles, get off the hamster wheel for good, put your hands back on the steering wheel of your life, and finally start living life in a way that you won't later regret. With that being said, let's dive on in. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the Inspiring Life School podcast. I'm your host, Frances Vidakovic, and this bonus episode, in addition to the 7 that follow, will be a special behind-the-scenes look at some important foundational lessons that I created for an old coaching program of mine. So I recently found these sitting in my business vault, and I thought, oh my gosh, I absolutely should share these. Even though they're a little old, I'm pretty sure they're around 2 years old, I'm still 100% aligned with everything that I teach in these older videos. So these bonus episodes, I want you to consider them to be a belated Christmas gift from me to you. These lessons, which were previously only available to private students of mine, are what I consider to be essential knowledge that you 100% need to embrace if you want to achieve amazing results in your life. So embracing these lessons are definitely going to help you feel calmer, more focused, and more intentional in your life. Now, I should note, I've definitely grown a lot as a teacher and a speaker since I first recorded these videos, thank gosh. But trust me, these episodes are still worth a listen, as the content still to this day forms a core foundation upon which everything that I teach inside the Inspiring Life School, all my courses, all my programs, you need to know this stuff. You absolutely do. So these episodes will all be short and sweet, but my gosh, they really do have the power to totally transform your life, especially if you don't just listen, but you go ahead and implement the teachings in your own life. So with that being said, sit back and please enjoy my little surprise gift for you. Welcome, my friends, to the third foundational video. So this one is a total game changer. It is so important that you really embrace this in order to get the most out of this journey that you're about to embark on, and especially out of life. So for those who don't know, I studied psychology. It was like 25 years ago now. And I remember sitting in that lecture theatre and being totally blown away by what I learned. And it was this. I learned about the power of my thoughts. And what exactly do we mean by that? We hear it often, but it's understanding the domino effect that starts with your thoughts. So number one, your thoughts impact the feelings that you have. Any feeling that you're experiencing in life, if it's frustration or stress or feeling overwhelmed or sad or happy, it's coming from a particular thought that you've chosen to have. Now, once we understand that feelings come from our thoughts, the next part of the domino effect is the actions that you take. When you feel a particular way, that actually inspires you or motivates you to act in a particular way. So you start with your thoughts, it goes to your feelings, and it ends with your actions. So that's actually called the cognitive behavioral triad, and it also leads to the results, okay? So that's what a lot of psychologists have added to the end of that. It's thoughts, feelings, actions, followed by your results. So every single result that you have in your life so far, everything that you've created around you has all started with the thoughts that you have. So why this is so important to learn and really understand on this journey you're about to take is that you need to, number one, understand that you're in charge of your thoughts, okay? You get to choose the thoughts that you have. And every circumstance that you experience in life is just neutral. Now, some of you might be tempted to argue this fact, you might be saying, well, do you know what? It's actually terrible that I got fired. How could someone look at that in a different way? But someone else could have a thought and see it as a blessing, as a gift. Every single situation that you have in life can be looked at in a different way, and it all depends on the thoughts you choose to have. And that's why I'm really encouraging you to really hone in on this. You're in control of your mind. You get to manage your mind. And it all starts by having the right thoughts, the thoughts that actually support you, the thoughts that serve you, and the thoughts that are going to take you to where you want to go. So we can also do this in reverse. I love reverse engineering this process where I look at the results that I actually want to achieve. What do you want to achieve? And what actions will that require you to take? And what feelings would you need to be feeling in order to take those actions? So often we need to be feeling brave. We need to be feeling confident in ourselves. We need to be feeling faith and determined. And they're all going to come from the thoughts that you choose to have. So a lot of thoughts that might support you are things such as, I can do this, I will find a way, it is possible, there is a solution out there. They're thoughts that you all have at your disposal. So I encourage you every day to really be a watcher of the thoughts that you have in your mind, and to see whether you can find a different thoughts that supports you better, and just to be conscious of that. Okay, so this is daily work. I still, even though I have a degree in psychology, I've got my certification as a coach, I've worked many years in this industry, and even still, every single day I have to come back to, where am I at now? What thoughts can I continue to choose? It's human nature to go to drift across to fear and drift to doubt, because we want to keep ourselves safe and we want to keep ourselves stuck in our comfort zone. But we really need to understand that the thoughts that are going to take you there are sometimes ones that we've never reached for before. And that's why I'm always encouraging you to explore different thoughts to take. It is possible. You can do the hard stuff. Anything is possible, actually, as long as you're determined enough, you have the faith, and you're willing to go through those good days and bad days and hold tight to that feeling with a feeling of strength. And those feelings are going to come from the choices, the thoughts that you are choosing to have, okay? Thoughts are a choice. That is the most important thing that I want you to take away from this quick lesson. I know all these lessons are really short, but they are infused with so much wisdom that are true for everyone, not just those in the group, but in life. In life, generally, your thoughts have the power to determine your whole future. So make sure you're choosing the right thoughts. So take that on board, and I can't wait to catch you in the next lesson. Thank you so much for listening to the Inspiring Life School podcast. I really appreciate you allowing me to be a part of your life. If you'd love to stay in touch, please know that you can always find me on Instagram at Frances Vidakovic, or you can visit my website, inspiringmumlife.com, where you can sign up and receive so many amazing freebies that I've created just for you to help you implement all my teachings into practice. There you'll also find all my online courses, resources and programs that I've created to help you uplevel your life in seriously the simplest way possible, so that you can ultimately create for yourself a life that feels simpler, lighter, and allows you to show up in a way that you love as your best and most authentic version of yourself. Now remember, this podcast is all about not just dreaming but also doing, because to create true sustainable change in your life, you need to be willing to do things differently. And that's what I'm here to support you to do every single step along the way, so that you too can begin to live your one wild and precious life with less stress, less overwhelm, less drama, and instead with zero regrets. Finally, if this podcast resonates with you at all and you appreciate the content, I would absolutely love for you to show your support by leaving me a review on Apple Podcasts. I'm on a mission to help more people wake up to the preciousness of life and to help them live their days with more intention and purpose, and your review will help make this goal of mine possible. Well, once again, thank you so much. I have loved spending this time with you, and I look forward to connecting with you again. I am Frances Vidakovic, and you have been listening to the Inspiring Life School podcast.